All right, welcome back, guys. So, in this summary, we're going to go over enzymes, hormones, and the immune system. The most important part for this section is going to be the enzymes, as that is definitely going to be on the test. However, there will be a few questions on both hormones and the immune system. So, I'm going to start off with enzymes, going over their functionality, what you need to know, and then we're going to continue with these other two down here. So enzymes will be all over the exam and multiple different questions. You need to know what an enzyme is, how they are made, and what their purpose is within the body. So an enzyme is a protein molecule that is used to either break down or build new molecules. When we talk about breaking down molecules, they are considered catabolic. When they are constructing new molecules, they are anabolic. These enzymes generally are going to be considered catalysts because they speed up these reactions. These reactions can occur on their own. They just take very, very long to happen by themselves. And so enzymes will have them happening in mere moments. And so it requires less energy when you use enzymes and it happens a lot faster. And so that's why they're called catalysts because they increase the speed that these chemical reactions can occur. Enzymes have a specific shape that allows whatever they need to fit inside. Those things that fit inside is called substrate. Okay, so if you have an enzyme, say shaped like this, then it has a specific shape of what can actually fit into it, and it'll have to match the shape of that enzyme, otherwise, it will not function properly. And so, this is called the lock and key model because it shows which enzymes can fit which substrates and which will be most effective. And so, because it has a specific shape, an enzyme shape can change and make it no longer work effectively. This process of changing shape is called denaturing, and it can happen from two main causes. Either too high of a temperature can cause an enzyme to denature, or being in a pH range that is not effective. So, for example, this enzyme works best at 7.7 to 8.2 pH. So, if you're outside of that range, it'll lose its effectiveness. So, if I went from 1 to let's say 12, it'll be pretty ineffective here. Right around 7, you'll see a peak where it starts to grow in effectiveness. Right about in the middle, it'll be really effective. That's its optimal range. And then as you go down from there, it'll lose effectiveness again, tailing off at 12. So again, at that peak is the optimal range of effectiveness for an enzyme and where it works best because its shape is perfect for whatever substrates it needs to um, act on. Most of these enzymes are going to end in the three-letter group A, S, E, or ACE, and that's generally how we talk about our enzymes. So, substrate, enzyme, lock and key model. They're used to break or cut molecules. Anytime you see a molecule being cut or broken, it's going to be from an enzyme. If you see a molecule being built together, it's going to be from an enzyme. Don't care what that molecule is, it's always an enzyme. Okay, that's what enzymes are for. The body uses enzymes to do these processes. And as we said, that shape needs to stay constant. If it doesn't, it's from denaturing. Okay, so there is what we need to know so far about enzymes. Let's go ahead and go to hormones. So hormones are chemical messages that are also made of protein, and they send these messages to the body in order to maintain homeostasis or to create changes within the body. Feedback mechanisms are mechanisms that make small changes within the body in order to maintain homeostasis and to regulate certain conditions in the body, say blood pressure, the amount of sugar, water, calcium, all these things. They're all regulated by hormones. If you recall, glucose is a big important thing within the body. You need it to make ATP energy for the mitochondria. And so the body has to ensure that there's enough glucose always in the blood so that the cells in the body can do these processes. And so hormones are used to control the amount of blood sugar you have. Too high, then insulin is released, which will convert glucose into glycogen. And then if it's too low, then glucagon will be released, which will release the glycogen back into glucose and raise your blood sugar. So these hormones are used to regulate and control and communicate with the body. There's a term called dynamic equilibrium, which is when small changes occur in the body in order to maintain homeostasis. And this entire process is controlled by the endocrine system, endocrine being hormones. Um, so the pancreas, hypothalamus, and glands are all part of the endocrine system, and they are where hormones are released. The glands can also be the testes and the ovaries for the sex hormones, testosterone and estrogen, which I do believe is on the test as well. So know the sex hormones. Testosterone is the male sex hormone, and it gives you male characteristics. Estrogen is the female sex hormone. It gives you female sex characteristics. Then you also have progesterone, which is another one for the female, except it controls the menstrual cycle. Okay, so those are the three main hormones for sex characteristics, which I believe will be on the exam. Okay, so make sure you study that information as well. Yep, that is on the test. Okay, cool. Just checking. Then the immune system. This will not be on the test, but it is important to know because it is on the next test. Just to give you a little click. So that you know, the immune system is on the test. It is not on this test, however. So review this if you'd like, but you'll need it for later. You won't need it for this test. The immune system is how the body protects itself from pathogens. Pathogens are foreign invaders like viruses, bacteria, fungi, and protists. And the process is described there. So if you want to know more information about it, or if you want to do a project on it, I will be giving extra credit if you can do a good project on this information. However, it's not on the test, so I'm not going to go over it. Enjoy. Have a good day.